Hello and happy holidays! It's the most wonderful time of the year, but it can also be the most stressful time of year when it comes to eating. This video is all about helping you enjoy the holidays guilt-free. I'm Lara, psychologist and food freedom coach, and I can help you create a healthy and happy relationship with food without guilt or emotional eating. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified every single time I post a new video. Side note here, if you want to explore food freedom, then sign up to my free Food Freedom Masterclass. All the details to register are in the links below. My clients often find this time of year very triggering when it comes to food. They worry that their food choices are going to be, quote unquote, too unhealthy, or that they're going to overeat. In my Health Mindset Matters program, I help people develop a relaxed and mindful approach to eating so that they can really enjoy this time of year. We've seen so many incredible transformations with people completely changing their relationship with food and their body image. And before we dive in, I have a question for you. Do you find this time of year particularly stressful when it comes to food? If so, I've got 4 tips for you today to take the stress out of the holiday season. Tip number 1 is don't save calories. If you're someone who restricts food during the day, knowing that you're heading to a party later on in the evening, this can actually backfire and cause food obsession. It means that when you arrive at the party, you're going to be super hungry and you'll shovel down that food without really thinking about it. If you arrive really hungry, it's much harder to tune into your hunger cues, and it means that you might actually overeat. Let's face it, when you're shoveling down food, you're probably not enjoying it that much because you don't really taste it. So just eat normally during the day and avoid arriving at parties feeling overly hungry. Tip number 2 is for when you have FOMO, or fear of missing out. Mince pies, Christmas cake, other kinds of pies. There are certain foods that only come out during the holiday season. So what happens if you have food FOMO? You're feeling really stuffed, but they bring out the mince pies and you love them. You just don't want to miss out on that delicious food. So here's a few options that you can try. The first one is you can go ahead and have some, maybe just a smaller portion if you are feeling very full. It is okay to occasionally eat past the point of fullness, and it's much better for you than feeling super restricted. Another thing you can do, if you know your hosts well, is to ask for a doggy bag. Say you're really full, but could you take a mince pie home with you? Or another thing you can do is ask for the recipe so that you can enjoy that food at a later date. So a really good question to ask yourself if you do have a bit of FOMO is, will it taste better when I'm a bit hungrier and better able to enjoy it? Perhaps eating some right now is all you need, or perhaps it will be better to enjoy it at a later date. Tip number 3 is for when you worry about eating quote unquote unhealthy food. So you'll probably know that I'm not a huge fan of labeling food, and even the labels healthy and unhealthy can be very unhelpful. Your relationship with food and being able to tune into your body is actually more important than the food you eat. Even if the food you eat at this time of year isn't quite as nourishing in terms of vitamins and minerals, let's remember that food is important for other reasons aside from just nourishment. Maybe it's nourishing for your soul. Maybe it's about connection. Maybe it's about sitting down with family or nostalgia. Maybe it's about comfort. If you are eating less nutrient-dense food, better to enjoy it and eat with satisfaction. When you're really in tune with your body, what you might find is your body actually craving some more nutrient-dense foods to balance things out. The stress of eating something unhealthy is actually worse than eating it itself. So go ahead, enjoy it and savor it. Tip number 4 is about timing your meals around certain events. This final tip is about something called practical hunger. Timing of your meals can be a practical way to think about hunger. Like in the example I gave earlier, you want to avoid turning up massively hungry to an event, for example. Maybe you have an event or a meeting at an awkward time. Maybe you've got something on from 7 till 9 in the evening, and you know that if you don't want to rock up feeling absolutely ravenous, that you need to eat something at 6. But you also know that you're not necessarily hungry at 6. Practical hunger is about going ahead and eating something at 6 to tide you over. And that may be because you don't want to come home at 10 p.m. at night and then have to think about eating some food. So it's thinking about the practical reasons why you might eat foods at a certain time, even if you're not necessarily that hungry. So let me check in with you here. Which of the tips that I've just shared are tips that you're going to implement this holiday season? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I've added some resources and some links for you to explore below. And if you're ready to hop onto my free Food Freedom Masterclass, this is all about helping you learn how to eat what you want, when you want, without stress, guilt, or shame. The information to register is in the details below. And check out these videos next for more health and mindset tips. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and please do share it with your friends. Bye for now.